Hello, it's Amber Love, your superhero stylist. It's July 21st, and today, by request, I'm talking about Blackest Night, issue 1. In all of its glory. I figured everybody was already covering this, so there was no reason for me to do it, but, you know, it was requested, so here you go. There is so much in this issue that, by God, if you haven't picked it up yet, you don't know what you're missing. This also came out around the same, I guess it was the same week as Blackest Night, Tales of the Core, #1. There we go. Not a particularly important book, but it did have a very interesting story about Saint Walker, and it gives you a couple of pages about the Indigo Corps, but really nothing. It doesn't really tell you anything. So, to me, that one was kind of a pass. Blackest Night #1, however, is a, you know, don't walk, run to your shop and pick it up. Seriously. Now, the prelude had given us a really in-depth look at the life of William Hand and just why he's the psychopath that he is and became the Black Hand. And he is now in his, you know, full-fledged Black Lantern-ness, and his objective is to find the body of Bruce Wayne. And if you're a little bit confused because you had already taken enough bleach to your brain and washed out what we call Final Crisis, you may have forgotten that there was in fact a corpse of Bruce Wayne, and Superman was left carrying it. Alfred had arranged for an unmarked grave and figured the remains would be safe. However, under the direction of the Guardian, you know, who kind of knows everything, the Black Hand was able to find the body, and he specifically was retrieving the skull because it's some kind of object of power. And we don't exactly know what that is yet, but he's walking around with this skull and licking it. Yeah, when a guy licks a skull, it's really never a good thing. Okay. That being said, the rest of the issue, I just want to give some shout-outs to the artistic team, which was phenomenal. Obviously, it was written by Jeff Johns. I'm not sure if this is Ivan Rice or Reese as the penciler. Eau Claire Albert as the inker, Alex Sinclair as the colorist, which was phenomenal job, and Nick Napolitano as the letterer, which was a really important job because there's a lot of voice bubbles from characters that are off panel. So with the lettering, the bubbles, the thought bubbles and everything, and the coloring of which point of view it was coming from, it was really, really important for this book. And so just know that they did an outstanding job here. Now, the rest of the characters are going through a Memorial Day. Apparently, it was the anniversary of Superman's death, which has sort of evolved into just a global Memorial Day for superheroes. And the villains have also decided that they're going to take it as their own Remembrance Day as well and remember their fallen comrades. But, you know, you get to see some, you know, sad, you know, remembrances of Ted Kord and Ralph and Sue Dibny and Aquaman, and really it's Mira and Torrent talking about Aquaman and where he should be laid to rest that stands out in those particular scenes. Now, the highlight of this issue of #1, it's just really so shocking. There's so much action, and in particular what's going to be devastating is the scene involving Hawkman and Hawkgirl. Now, if you don't know too much about these characters, what I can tell you, I mean, there's obviously spoilers going on here, but I'll just give you a little bit, is that these are two characters that are always being reincarnated, and it's always a tragic tale. Whenever they realize that they're in love, that's when they have to die. And, you know, Hawkman knows this right off the bat. He knows that he loves her, but she's in denial. And when his rage starts to take over because of the thought of, you know, his friends dying and all of that, his rage just, you know, you actually see it. You see the red aura come out, and then Kendra realizes how much she loves him, and the love is able to quell that. And as soon as they're in love, there's a smackdown. Their old friends come back, you know, into the room as these horrid, wretched Black Lanterns, and there's a complete smackdown, and not everybody walks away. Now, the Guardians are also being infiltrated because Scar reveals herself as the creator of the Black Lanterns and tells them that, the fact that they've been so emotionless throughout existence is nothing but a detriment. And she goes and she rips out a heart, and it's green, interestingly enough. And then, the Guardians bleed yellow. They bleed fear. So there's a lot of that little kind of detail that you have to look for, and there's probably just a ton that I've missed. Now, the Guardians themselves, after Scar's infiltration, is, I don't think they're completely, wiped away. I don't think they're destroyed. They seem to just be in a state of limbo. They're sort of bound into this black gumminess that, she spewed. It's pretty gross. But anyway, we also get a look then at a great 2-page spread of all of the Black Lanterns and who they are, because earlier in the book there's a Hal creates a construct of everybody who has fallen to explain to Barry just how many people have died, and then we see a 2-page spread of a very similar scene, but it's all of them as Black Lanterns. And you see poor little Buzz, after he had died so heroically, now he's going to be all evil and weird. But Martian Manhunter makes an appearance, and he brings a very specific message to Hal and Barry, and this is what I'm taking away from the issue. It's that when people are dead, they should stay dead. He tells them that they should not be here. And I believe that's going to be the objective of the Black Lanterns. They are going to target characters who have died and, probably try to take them back to whatever that plane of existence is. So that is my long recap of Blackest Night #1. It's a fantastic read. You'll probably need to read it 2 or 3 times, and seriously, you need to run out and get it. Make sure that Blackest Night is on your pull list, also because this is not the Green Lantern title. Just because you get Green Lantern does not mean you'll be getting this. So you should also know that there are a couple spin-offs. There's Blackest Night Titans, Blackest Night Superman, and Blackest Night Batman. I don't know how important they're going to be. I think it all depends on how much you love those characters. So, thanks for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe before you log out.